Now, yesterday, the President of the United States came forward and gave an ultimatum. Why is it that almost nobody listens? Why? Because the President laid a red line out for Syria. He did nothing after that. The Syrians see that. The world sees that. When the President now says there'll be consequences to the administration of Ukraine, nobody hears him because they don't fear him. Whatever you say about George Bush, he took action. You may not like that action, but he took action. And instead of when things got tough, he bugged out, he doubled down. You may not like that he doubled down with the surge, but he did. The president doubled down for about 9 minutes in Afghanistan, then quickly started pulling people. Let's go to the phones right now real quick. Bobby's in Los Angeles, listening online in California. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, thank you for taking my call. I just want to point out that I am one of the best talk radio callers in the history of mankind.
Who told you that?
To be on your show. I told myself this, actually.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm curious. Anyone who studied war or served in the military and any of that stuff knows that mostly in war, horrible things happen, aside from shooting and butchering and raping and all that stuff. Really horrible things happen. And you sit on the radio saying, well, hey, whether you agree with Bush or not, or like Obama or not, at least Bush doubled down, as if war is playing Monopoly. I don't understand. Why is it okay to double
Would you don't
down?
like my phrases, or did he not double down?
Look, he doubled billions of dollars. Pakistan was friendly with Saudi Arabia, and didn't the leader of Iran come to Columbia University here? Is that bringing fear into the world?
Oh, Columbia University, because the UN's working here. Columbia extended an invitation to Ahmadinejad. Did you want Bush to stop that?
No, but you skipped over Pakistan, billions of dollars, in Saudi Arabia.
Well, can I get one out at a time? In Pakistan, we made a calculated risk. We said we need a place to bring supplies and base our war in Afghanistan. So we reestablished relations with Musharraf, who took over power with the coup. And at the bottom of the hour, Mike Rubin says that it was a big mistake, and he might be right. However, I do not know how you fight that war from aircraft carriers, Mike. Excuse me, Bobby.
You know, I'm saying, but if Pakistan fighting the war on terror, take that money and terrorists kill American soldiers, which you support these wars and invasions, aren't you number one killing
Bobby,
your own soldiers?
First off, let's go back. I have no idea. This Zardari guy that was running the country and Sharif, who's now running it, I actually think that they are such minor players compared to the role of the military. However, when you gave the money to Musharraf, at least you had a clue where it was going. But at least you gave the money to Musharraf, established relations to him, as Colin Powell went over there and said you have a choice. Essentially, you're with us, against us, and you got 24 hours to make a decision, along with Tommy Franks. It's been written up in almost every book. You make a calculated decision to deal with a regime that's clearly corrupt, with their version of a CIA being the ISI, somebody that at least half of the organization is somebody we should look at as enemies. We just don't know what half. However, how do you track down bin Laden? How do you get supplies through the country, since you seem to be, as a self-professed leader of talk show callers and a knowledgeable person of war, how, if you look at a map and grab a globe, do you possibly get into Afghanistan without cooperation from Pakistan?
Well, you said a lot there. Can I address the other points, or do I have to answer that question? There's a lot of other points I really wanted to address. Because
Pick one.
The bigger point. Like you said, whether you like Bush or not, he doubled down. Now, I'm going to use your same analogy here. Whether you agree with the war on terror or not, you can't even recognize. Many people on the right, I don't know if you're just lying or you don't want to admit it. Billions of dollars, Pakistan, they used it and killed American soldiers, and you sit here saying, well, you know, we don't know what happened, and I'm not sure what Musharraf did, and hey, some people question it. Like it's no big deal. Do you not understand what they did with American money? It's well documented. Articles from 2000 to 2014 where the money is going. It's killing people.
Let's understand this. You have to say, I'm giving this money to Pakistan to reestablish trade, and you give money to Pakistan and you give them military equipment. In trade-off, when we had decent relations with them, you had a way to monitor, and you certainly had a route into Afghanistan. The relationship has gotten so bad over the last 4.5 years with Hamid Karzai, with al-Maliki, and with who's ever leading Pakistan, the last 2 or 3 leaders, that you have no idea where that money's going or how it's going.
Okay,
so what you're trying to say is, but we made a calculated risk because we said to them, listen, we're going to start blowing up terrorists without your permission, using our drones, creating some anger with that and anger with their government, but at the same time distancing our relationship with that government to the point where I'm not